Catherine again from Optimal Health Coaching, and it's time for the foam rolling video. So there's a variety of foam rollers that you can get. I'll just show you a couple that we have here at the gym today. This one looks like this. It's a fairly hard one it hasn't been used a lot. There's other varieties that kind of wear down over time and get they're a lot less effective when they wear down like that. And then we also have these little guys as well. You can see inside there's pipe, I guess, what it is, and therefore it can't wear down too much over time. So I personally would rather use one of these, but as a beginner this is going to feel fairly tough for you, so maybe invest in two at the beginning, something that's going to put a little bit less pressure and then something that's going to put a little bit more pressure on the muscles. So again, why are we foam rolling? Foam rolling is great along with stretching and activity in order to kind of break up that fascia that surrounds all of our muscles throughout our body and break up any adhesions that are caused just from wear and tear on the body, our movement patterns, our activity, as well as a variety of other reasons. I find foam rolling really hurts, but over time people see a huge impact when they do it regularly, and I myself have seen that, especially with my upper body. So I'm going to walk you through a decent foam rolling schedule here. We probably won't hit every part of the body, but yeah, this should be good for you to start. So I like to start with the glutes, and I'll show you with the larger foam roller for today. So when we do the glutes, basic, we just want to pop up, I hope you can see that well, just onto the right glute, and then I'm going to roll back and forward. So just like that. And then if you want it, I don't quite feel this one, I want it to feel a bit deeper, I can throw my ankle up on the other knee and dig around in there a little bit more. So what we're looking for are those parts of the body that are quite painful when touched. So at the upper part of my glutes, there's a smaller external rotators up there, and for me they're quite sore. So I'm going to spend some time up there rolling, and when I find quite a painful spot, I'm going to stop, inhale, exhale, and try to spend some time on that spot. So nice and slow, maybe 8 or 10 times back and forth on the glute. Then you would go ahead and do the left side. For the IT band, so your IT band runs down the side of your leg, so you're going to want to be completely hip stacked facing forward. Now it might be too much for you to roll on the IT band like this, so you can start with one leg down. And then what we're doing, we're going all the way from the knee all the way up to the hip, nice and slow. Now when you're foam rolling, avoid rolling any bony surfaces. So if your scapula is, you're a bony person and your scapula is point out or whatever it is, just try to not roll the knee joints and other joints. So all the way down to the knee, nice and slow all the way up. If that's feeling okay, then you would have the leg stacked. Still try to go nice and slow, back and forth. Okay, let's do the quads. So same thing, but on the front. So again, I roll all the way from the knee, all the way up to the hip, and back and forth. Now, what we want to do is come onto one side. So now I'm rolling the outside part of my right quad, spending some extra time over there. And then when that one's done, I'll roll over and do the lateral part of my other quad. 8 or 10 nice rolls up and down. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you can try rolling your hamstrings, which is the back of your legs. But most people aren't going to feel too much here. You can also do your calves. Personally, I can never quite get the calves properly, but if they're fairly tight, you're going to feel this one. Good. So that's kind of a big run through. Oh, one more for the lower body is the inner thigh. So for this one, we lie on top of the roller, the leg is straight, and again, we go from the knee all the way up to the hip. Just move back a bit, so you can see the knee all the way up to the hip. Now for me, I feel it a lot more quite close to the knee, so I'm going to spend some time nice and slow in that area. Great. So let's start with the upper body. I like to always open up the upper back first. So don't spend time on your lower back. Foam rolling is not beneficial for that area, not that I know of, but let's do the upper back. So you're lying on your back. Let's clasp our hands behind our neck just to support the neck to start. Feet on the ground, and you're going to pop your hips up. And then this is when we usually hear a lot of crinkling and crackling and popping. Oh, that was my ankle, which is great. So spend some time there. You can cross your arms across here and use your arms in various positions to get some movement through there. You could spend some time trying to open up the chest, so just by laying in this position is quite challenging for the chest for some people, so give that a try. And then what we're going to do is roll over onto one side. So this is a really tricky position for some people to get, but spend some time working with your lower body because there's a lot of insertion and attachment points in the shoulder here where we're rolling, some big muscles attaching there. And I'm sure everyone's going to feel this area. So for me, it's quite sensitive. So just like I did with the glutes, I'm going to stop here, taking some breaths and really trying to come down into it, and then rolling back and forward again. So again, I would go over onto the right side, and I would foam roll right through the back on the right side. Finally, I'll show you the chest. So for the chest, you want to be lying on your side. Knees are stacked. You're in the fetal position. And one arm is out straight. And you're rolling back and forward right onto that chest muscle. So shoulders are down, facing the ground. And you're trying to find that spot in there that should feel quite tight. You can also do a little bit in the back of your arm. If they're sore, they'll probably feel it. So then I would go ahead and do the chest on the other side. So that's basically a run through of the major areas that I like to target before, after activity, and on many days of the week. Yeah, so give it a try. You may notice at the beginning it's going to be quite painful, so just take it slow, and over time the fascia is going to kind of break apart, and it will feel much easier for you and much less painful. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.